Hey guys, Solo Jones here, and this game is going to be a little bit different than the other games that we usually do. This is going to be a 4v4, which in and of itself is different, as I've never cast a team game on the channel before. But this one had something special to it. In this game, as you can see, we are all playing Terran. This is going to be me, Sluggish Frame, Rambo Jesus, and Slider, and we are all nuke rushing. Yeah, the good old quadruple nuke rush build in 4v4, and we will see how well this works out here, and it's going to be pretty great. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward here because there's not much going on here. Anyway, I play Zerg, Sluggish Frame plays Protoss, and these guys over here, Rambo and Slider, they actually play Terran, so they know what they're doing. Me and Sluggish, not so much. Sluggish is better than me at Terran. For me, I play Zerg at a high platinum level, and I play Terran at probably a low bronze level. I'm terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, I've never played anything but Zerg, and so the mechanics are just so much different in how you get units that it's just ridiculous how terrible I am at the other races. Like, if you're going from Protoss to Terran, the mechanics are very similar, so it's a lot easier, but Zerg, the other two races, it's just bad. Anyway, I know to wall off, so our wall offs are going down about at the same time here, and we're going to start getting gas and stuff soon, and start going for these nukes. Nothing really interesting going down here yet, or up here. Looks like we're going to be playing against Kai, the red Terran, Hatemost, the light blue Protoss, Uwuzu, the purple Zerg, and Username, the blue Protoss. And don't expect too much from these guys. These were placement matches, or actually this is one of the placement matches that we had in our 4v4 team, and we goofed around so much that we placed in like low bronze. But somehow we win 3 out of our 5 placement matches and still place in bronze. So anyway, it's completely random what skill level these guys are at. We have no idea. Probably low skill level, because a lot of low skill level people spend a lot of time in these team games because they find them more fun, and it's more fun for casual gamers. And looks like there's going to be a wall in going up here for Hatemost on this bottom left ramp for his team. And this map is strange in that you all have this one base with this big shared open area here, and then 2 ramps that are relatively small. So you can protect yourself pretty well, especially when you're Terran. You can wall off quite easily. But yeah. But there's a lot of empty space in the base, so you gotta watch out for like niduses or drops and stuff like that to really just do damage to you. The thing is though, when your production structures and everything are so close together, it's really easy to reinforce and to help each other out if one of you is being attacked. Looks like a Ghost coming out here for Rambo. Let's pull up the production tab. Looks like Ghost coming out for everyone, and all of the cloak is timed differently. Looks like Rambo and Slider are probably at the highest in their timing because, you know, they actually play Terran. But we're all getting our nukes out slowly but surely. I right now have 1 nuke on the way, and then Cloak on the way, and as soon as Cloak finishes I will get a second, and also have a starport to get a medevac. It looks like we're all going to be going for drops to get this nuking started. Hatemost here going to be putting down an expansion also going down for Kai up here, and spotting all around with their overlords. This is good to stop the drops that will inevitably be coming at this point. Sending out a zealot to block this watchtower, and another zealot down here for this one, I suppose. Scanning to see if we have taken a gold base. We have not. And here we go. Slider's medevac going to fly right over this zealot's line of view. So this zealot will see it. Let's see if they can respond in time to it. Slider here is going to spot this and then drop his nukes off. Drop his ghosts off and maybe lay down a nuke. At the same time, I'm coming up from the north with mine, going to be trying to take out one of these bases. We'll see what happens. And an observer coming in from Username, and they're going to see how many nukes we are going for. And looks like Slider having some indecision about where he's going to go, where he's going to end up nuking. It looks like he's going to decide on this main base right here, while I am still sneaking around, and I think I'm going to go up here, drop, and then go for that. Looks like he is going to be putting down the first nuke of the game right here on Hatemost mineral patch. Oh, and the Overseer comes in. It looks like he is going to be spotted and taken out in time. Really unfortunate to lose those 2 ghosts that early. He still has those nukes, but it still sucks. Looks like no one's spotting this medevac right here. Detection is cheating. Sluggish Frame is raging. At this point we think we're going to lose because they have detection. They're handling it. Sluggish Frame also coming up here. Let's see. I have my ghost here, and I'm going to cloak, and I'm just going to run up right to this Overseer like it's nobody's business, completely ignore him, and drop down the nuke. Regardless of the fact that there's about 50 banelings right here, And an Overseer right here, gonna drop down that nuke in plain sight. Looks like a Baneling drop getting prepared here for this Zerg player. And dropping another nuke on username. If these two go down, it will literally half the economy of the enemy team. This will be perfect. And this one lands. Looks like this one might be getting off. Will it land in time? Stalker's coming up, shooting. Oh, and it gets down, killing every single worker there. While Sluggish Frame nukes this expansion. This expansion is not going to stay up. It is going to stay alive, however, as nukes don't do that much damage to buildings. And yeah, so workers have been just destroyed for the enemy team. My medevac is going to be taken down with the 2 ghosts, but you know, I think they might have paid for themselves. They had over 80 kills combined, I think. I don't know if that's cost efficient for a ghost. They do cost quite a bit. It's 150, 150, so it might have been a little bit in their favor that they took out that medevac with those ghosts in them. It looks like this medevac from Sluggish is going to go around, and username saying he is going to have none of that, blocking him in, so he can't do it. And looks like Slider's still here with his original ghost. Let's see if he drops and tries to nuke this expansion. A significant force, it's that Baneling drop I was talking about, coming in for Owuzo, trying to take out our economy in response to that nuke. While Sluggish Frame is unloading up here. Looks like he might be nuking this expansion. Really not worth it to nuke an expansion with 1 probe on it, 2 probes on it. That nuke actually does no damage to the expansion and only will kill the probes. It'll actually only hit the shields of the Nexus. And these nukes, yeah, kind of a waste. Did he call 2 of them? I don't know. It looks like just 1. And looks like we have spotted with this command center here these Banelings coming in for the drop, and so as a result we're going to be ready for them. Looks like Rambo Jesus moving in his Marines to intercept these Banelings, and this is not going to go too well for Owuzo. Looks like he's going to snipe these Overlords, a good number of them, before they can drop their payloads. Only about 6 or 7 Banelings actually getting out of those Overlords, killing a few Marines and sending all of these down to 2 health. But and killing his 1 supply depot, but not at all effective for him. Looks like Sluggish Frame waiting for more nukes to come in while he has his medevac right there. Same thing maybe going for Slider, though Slider probably could drop a nuke right now. I think he does have them ready. He may have just forgotten about this right here. This Overseer is just going to be patrolling to make sure that no one can get a nuke in right there. And we'll see if any more nukes do go down. Sluggish Frame still has his medevac up here, probably waiting for these expansions to get a little bit of saturation. And now finally, Sluggish Frame Slider is going to be calling in this nuke on Hatemost expansion. Let's see if that goes down and takes out all these probes. And it's really only about 5 probes. Not sure if it was worth it, but you know what? You take what you can get, and the economy of the enemy is pretty much behind ours right now. They've been pretty much decimated, especially that purple Zerg player, losing absolutely everything. Looks like this Protoss has gotten his economy up a bit better than him, though. And a fairly decent Stalker force here for Hatemost. Going to be intercepting that ghost right there. Look at him laying on the battlefield. I don't know why he turns gray when he dies. His clothing changes color magically just because he died. Doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know. Slider keeping his medevac up here. Looks like he's going to be waiting for an opportunity to come nuke this base again, or one of these bases. Definitely keeping the blue player afraid to get up too much saturation on this expansion, as it has been nuked I think twice now. Moving in with a very significant Stalker. Wow, look at that Stalker. He's trying to move with the group. Oh, there he goes. He broke through. Looks like another nuke is going to be called in on this expansion. This expansion just is not going to go up. Slider is having none of it. And looks like I'm up here with some ghosts, seeing if I can find a place to put them. How will I do? Going to look here, see there's only 1 probe inside. It's not worth it. I'm not going to go for it. But this is a significant attacking force. However, Slider has a pretty huge force right now. Ghosts coming in for Rambo Jesus. I think he's probably trying to go nuke this army. Or maybe he's just hiking across the field to go nuke everyone else. He might place down some defensive nukes. That'd be cool to see, though. You do risk damaging your own units and structures. Instead, he's just going to camp him right here and just have him soften up these units. And yep, there goes the defensive nuke. Let's see if this gets down in time and see if it takes out any of these units. Looks like the units are going to just move out of the way instead. And this nuke is just going to be a total waste, which is really unfortunate. Actually might not even get off, as this ghost does die. And Slider here pulling a clutch with his huge Marine Marauder ball. He's the only one, him and Rambo Jesus are the only ones who decided to go something other than nukes and actually build units. And Sluggish Frame has a pretty good Marine force right here, while I have almost no units whatsoever. And in fact, usernames Blunk in Stalker Army. which really would have really contributed down here, is instead going to be trying to take out as much as it can in my base. My measly Marine force is getting wiped out pretty quickly. Slider coming in, trying to defend. Looks like he's going to catch these 3 stalkers off, and for some reason Username moving out of the base, even though he could overpower this Marauder force. Looks like he just did not want to face. I did not see all these Marines really here, so he it was probably a good idea to move out with these guys. It looks like he's keeping an Overseer with his stalkers. Not something you see every day, but it's a good idea. And it looks like I'm just going to be leaving this medevac here, which is dumb, and getting it taken out with all 3 of those ghosts in it.